Today our topic is how to make peace with impermanence. Life is like a river, always moving, always changing. Nothing stays the same forever. People come and go, situations change, and even our feelings shift like the wind. This idea might seem scary at first, but when we learn to accept it, we can find peace. Impermanence means that everything is temporary. The good times don't last forever, but neither do the hard times. This is a truth that has been understood by philosophers, spiritual teachers, and thinkers for thousands of years. The key is not to fight it, but to make peace with it. One way to make peace with impermanence is to understand that change is natural. Think about the seasons. Winter turns to spring, summer fades into autumn, and the cycle repeats. The trees lose their leaves, but they grow back. The flowers bloom, then wither, but new ones take their place. Nature shows us that endings are just beginnings in disguise. When we see life this way, we can stop clinging so tightly to what we have and start appreciating what is here right now. Another important step is to let go of control. We often try to hold on to things, relationships, jobs, possessions, or even moments of happiness because we want them to last forever. But the truth is, we can't control everything. Life has its own plan, and sometimes it doesn't match ours. When we try to control what we can't, we create stress and frustration. Instead, we can learn to let go. This doesn't mean we stop caring or stop trying. It means we accept that some things are beyond our power. We can focus on what we can control, like our attitude and our actions, and let the rest unfold as it will. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, teaches us to focus on what is within our control and to accept what is not. The Stoics believe that suffering comes from trying to change things we can't control. For example, we can't control how other people act, but we can control how we respond. We can't control the weather, but we can control how we prepare for it. When we shift our focus to what we can control, we feel more empowered and less anxious. This is a powerful way to make peace with impermanence. Another way to find peace is to practice gratitude. When we realize that nothing lasts forever, we start to appreciate what we have while we have it. Instead of taking things for granted, we see them as gifts. A simple meal, a conversation with a friend, a beautiful sunset, these moments are precious because they are temporary. Gratitude helps us focus on the present instead of worrying about the future or regretting the past. It reminds us that even in difficult times, there is always something to be thankful for. Mindfulness is also a helpful tool. Mindfulness means paying attention to the present moment without judgment. When we are mindful, we notice our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. We observe them like clouds passing in the sky. This helps us stay grounded when things are changing around us. For example, if we lose a job, we might feel fear or sadness. Mindfulness allows us to feel these emotions without letting them take over. We can acknowledge the pain, but also remember that this moment will pass. It's also important to remember that impermanence is not always a bad thing. Sometimes, change brings growth. A difficult experience might teach us a lesson or make us stronger. A relationship that ends might open the door to a new one. Even the loss of something we love can help us appreciate life more deeply. When we embrace change instead of resisting it, we can find meaning in every experience. One of the hardest parts of impermanence is dealing with loss. Whether it's the loss of a loved one, a job, or a dream, it can feel overwhelming. But loss is a part of life. It's natural to grieve, but we can also find ways to honor what we've lost. We can remember the good times, celebrate what we learned, and carry those lessons with us as we move forward. Loss reminds us of what truly matters: love, connection, and the moments we share with others. Another way to make peace with impermanence is to focus on what is lasting. While everything around us changes, some things remain constant. For example, the values we hold dear: kindness, honesty, courage can guide us through any situation. Our relationships may change, but the love we feel for others can endure. Even when people are no longer with us, the impact they had on our lives stays with us. By focusing on these lasting things, we can find stability in the midst of change. It's also helpful to remember that impermanence is what makes life beautiful. If everything stayed the same, life would be boring. The fact that things change means there is always something new to discover, something new to learn, and something new to experience. Each day is a new opportunity, a new beginning. When we embrace this, we can approach life with curiosity and wonder instead of fear. Finally, making peace with impermanence requires practice. It's not something we can do overnight. It's a journey, and like any journey, it has its ups and downs. Some days we might feel at peace, and other days we might struggle. That's okay. The important thing is to keep trying. We can start small by noticing the changes around us, by letting go of little things, by practicing gratitude and mindfulness. Over time, these small steps add up, and we begin to see life in a new way. So how can we make peace with impermanence? We can accept that change is natural, let go of control, focus on what we can control, practice gratitude and mindfulness, embrace growth, honor loss, focus on what is lasting, and see the beauty in life's temporary nature. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. When we make peace with impermanence, we free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and open our hearts to the richness of life. We learn to live fully, love deeply, and appreciate every moment, knowing that it is a gift. Life is short, but it is also wide. There is so much to experience, so much to learn, and so much to love. Let's not waste it by clinging to what cannot last. Instead, let's embrace the flow of life, with all its changes and challenges, and find peace in the journey